Chapter 10. The Desire of Your Desires. Principle. Just let go. Just detach. These are not new concepts, yet they seem so difficult to do. How can I detach from wanting more money when I need to pay my bills? How can I detach from wanting a romantic partner when I need love? How can I detach from my career when I need to progress? Detachment and letting go are necessary if you are to alter your reality, but they cannot be unlocked unless you understand exactly what this means. You will never be able to let go or detach unless you know what you truly want. You don't want what you think you want. Until you realize what you truly want, you will not be in a reality where you experience what you want. It's likely that you are reading this book because you want to materialize a reality of success, prosperity, health, love, abundance, and good fortune. This is your first mistake. So long as your motive is to change your reality, you're playing the game backwards. It's not about reality, and it never has been. Paradoxically, again, none of this is truly about changing reality. It's about changing you. When your focus is locked on fixing or controlling reality, you end up neglecting yourself. And in neglecting yourself, you unknowingly continue to create the very reality you're trying to escape. Everybody wants to change their reality one way or another, whether they want a romantic partner, better looks, material abundance, a specific career, more money, a specific house, a specific car, a specific holiday, better health, a life of freedom. We want things, and that's the issue. Most people spend their lives wanting things, without things wanting them. The people who have the things you desire, whether consciously or unconsciously, know how to make those things want them. Until you know how, you'll want forever, but never be wanted. If you hear the whispers of reality, you don't need to hear the screams. The workings of the universe have never been hidden from you. It's easier to make a cheetah come to you than it is to chase a cheetah. It's easier to make a butterfly come to you than it is to chase a butterfly. It's easier to make a fish come to you than it is to chase a fish. You're focusing on the wrong thing. You don't want what you think you want. You don't want that person. You don't want that amount of money. You don't want that house. You don't want that trip. You don't want that career. Big or small, you don't want anything that you think you want. But because you think you do, that's where all your energy is focused. And as a result, wasted. For anything you ever want in life, remember this. You don't want what you desire, but the internal state you believe it would put you in. Here are some examples to illustrate the point. You don't want a toothpick for the sake of wanting a toothpick. You want to be in comfort. You don't want a drink for the sake of wanting a drink. You want to quench your thirst and feel satisfied. You don't want a person for the sake of wanting a person. You want to be appreciated, seen, loved, and cherished, or sexually satisfied. You don't want a house for the sake of wanting a house. You want to feel accomplished, proud, and secure. You don't want more money for the sake of wanting more money. You want to feel secure, free, and relieved. You don't want the things themselves. You want how the things would make you feel. If they didn't change how you felt, you wouldn't want them. Whether the feeling is mild or strong, we still want it. If you dig deep enough, at the root of everything you'll ever want, you will find a frequency that you believe is missing. All we want in life is frequency. We were once interconnected and part of the infinite, but through materializing ourselves on this physical plane, we separated to a degree, and so every desire we have is nothing more than a feeble attempt to become whole again. You don't want anything in this world, even though you've become convinced that you do. What you want is a different state of consciousness than the one you have now. How can you expect to detach from the world when what you think you want is the world? It's a trap. This is why the notion of letting go or detaching makes sense intellectually, but not practically. Until your concept of what you desire changes, nothing will change. You will never want something in reality without reason. Reason is meaning, and meaning is always emotional, which poses a question. How do you think you'd feel upon materializing what you want? If you can answer that question, you can have what you want. And this leads us to the paradox of reality. The universe interprets you wanting something as an indication that you don't have it. How can you want something that you already have? You only want that house because you don't have it. You only want that career because you don't have it. You only want that person because you don't have them. You only want more money because you don't have enough. This is how the universe thinks. In this universe, there are two chairs, wanting and having. You can't sit in two chairs at once. You're either in one or the other. Any time that you want something, the universe registers that you don't have it, and that is what's reflected, leading to a continual cycle of you wanting but never receiving. To want is to decline what you could have. Wanting something will repel you from ever having it. Having must be understood through the lens of the universe rather than the human definition. Having to humans and to the universe are two completely different things. For humans, having refers to physically possessing. On a universal level, having refers to vibrationally possessing. We humans want our desires because we physically don't have them, and if we did, then we wouldn't want them anymore because we'd already have them. To the universe, the physical plane is an illusion. It's insignificant as it isn't grounded in universal truth. The universe, knowing that reality is merely an illusion, doesn't revere it as we do. What it truly honors and responds to is vibration, because vibration is the cause, the source, and the truth behind the illusion. Only what is vibrationally possessed is real to the universe, because that vibration will eventually compound into frequency, which must become reality. Vibrational possession refers to your current mental and emotional state, which aligns with a frequency that aligns with a reality. If you want all your desires to be met on a human level, you must have them on a universal level. To revisit the point made at the beginning of this chapter, it's about shifting away from reality and towards your internal state. It's never been about reality. To vibrationally possess what you want, you must have it, and you have it the moment you occupy the mental attitude, frequency, state of consciousness, internal state of it. It's not about changing reality, it's about you giving you what you think you've been missing that you've had within you, and will always have to the end of time. You think getting what you want will make you feel a certain way, without realizing that feeling that certain way will get you what you want, because you have it. Use the technique already given. Ironically, the more you immerse yourself in feeling how you'd feel upon attaining your desired reality, the less you need it externally, and that's how you detach or let go. That's the light bulb moment that some will never experience. They will chase the career, the looks, the partners, and the money without realizing they're running in the wrong direction. The more they run, the further and further they stray from what's truly real, which is within. Detachment can only take place when you detach from what doesn't truly exist. Letting go can only take place when you let go from what doesn't truly exist.